गायत्रीं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरु दीनतारिणं श्री परमानन्दं माधवं श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्येश्वरम् ओम पवित्रो पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थुगतोऽपि वा यस्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्षात् सा भाग्यपेन्द्रं शुचि श्रीविष्णु 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 Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you each and every one of you for giving me this opportunity to speak something about Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So without which I could not have conducted this. It is you who has given me this opportunity to serve my Guru. Before going into the class, so there is one set of prayers, Sistastakam prayers. So Bhagavad Gita is the essence of all the Vedas. Concludes it Sarvadharman Parityajya. Then comes Srimad Bhagavatam. From there Bhagavatam starts. Ends with Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Nam Eva Kevalam Hello Nasteva Anitinam. The essence of Bhagavatam is to chant the holy names. So at that time, Krishna was there to speak Bhagavad Gita. Then when Krishna left, he left Srimad Bhagavatam for all of us. Then he understood, he thought, if I don't show how to do bhakti, then these people cannot understand bhakti, how to do. And let me show how to do bhakti. Then came Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He has given 8 verses, which is the essence of all the verses. So by following these 8 verses, our bhakti is satisfied. So let us recite all the bhakti, all the 8 prayers. First, this is first time, so let me recite. So in the coming classes, we will understand what these slokas mean. You all have to know this. So at the time, as the time comes, so we'll have one session on this, on each and every verse. Etodarpanamarjanam vamahadavagniନିର୍वापणम् श्रेयाकैरवा चन्द्रिका वितरणम् विद्यावधू जीवनम् आनन्दाम्बुधिवर्धनं प्रतिपदां पूर्णामृतस्वादनम् सर्वात्मस्नपनं परं विजयते श्रीकृष्णसङ्कीर्तनम् नामनामकारी बहुधा निज सर्वशक्ति तत्रार्पिता नियमित स्मरणेन कालः एतादृशी तव कृपन् भगवन् ममापि दुर्दैवमीदृशं इह जनानुरागः त्रिनादपि सुनीचेन दरोरपि सहिष्णुना अमानिना मानतेन कीर्तनीय सदा हरि न धनं न जनं न सुन्दरीं कवितां वा जगदीश कामये मम जन्मनीश्वरे भवताद्भक्तिरहेतुकी त्वयि हैनन्दतनुजा किङ्करं पतितं मां विषमे भवाम्बुधौ कृपया तव पादपङ्कजसितधूळि सदिशं विचिन्तय नयनं गलदश्रुधारय वदनं गद्गदरुधाय गिरा पुलके निशितं वपुकदा तव नाम ग्रहणेन भविष्यति युगायितं निमेषेण चक्षुषा प्राविशायितं शून्यायितं जगत्सर्वं गोविन्दविरहेण मे आश्लीष्य वा पादरतं पिनस्तु माम् आदर्शनान् मन्महतं करोतु वा यथा तथा वा विददातु लम्पटो मत्प्राणनास्तु न सवीना परा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Last prayers ki jai. So today we will start a second chapter, text number 1 to till 20 as a 10. So from now what we will do is we will recite all the slokas, sloka by sloka, and this translation, text number 1 to till 10, and then cumulatively we discuss what is being described in this slokas. So this chapter 2 is entitled Contents of the Gita Summarized. So, text number 1. Sanjaya Uvacha Tam Tata Kripayavistam Ashru Purana Pukekalekshanam Vishidantam Idam Vakyam Uvacha Madhusudana. Sanjaya said, seeing Arjuna full of compassion, his mind depressed, his eyes full of tears, Madhusudana, Krishna spoke the following words. Text number 2. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Kutastva idam Vishame Samupastitam Anarya Justam Asvargyam Akirtikaram Arjuna. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Arjuna, how has these impurities come upon you? They are not at all befitting a man who knows the value of life. They lead not to the higher planets, but to infamy. Text number 3. Klaibyamma sma gamakarta naitattvai upapadyate kshodram hridaya daurvalyam tektotishta parantapa. O son of Pruta, do not yield to this degrading importance. It doesn't not become you. Give up such petty weakness of the heart and arise, O chastiser of the enemy. Text number 4. Arjunam vacha katam bhishmam aham sankhe द्रोणं च मधुसूदन इषुभिः प्रतियोत्स्यामि पूजारौ Arisudana. Arjuna said, O killer of the enemies, O killer of Madhu, how can I counteract with arrows in battle men like Bhishma and Drona, who are worthy of my worship? Text number 5. Gurun ahatva hi mahan bhavan Shreyo bhoktam vaikshyam api loke hatvarta kamam stu gurun iha ihaiva Punjya bhogan hrudira pradignan. It would be better to live in this world by begging than to live at the cost of the lives of great souls who are my teachers. Even though desiring worldly gain, they are superiors. If they are killed, everything we enjoy will be tainted with blood. Text number 6. Nachaita vidma kataran no gharyo yadva jayame yadin vana no jayehu यान एवा हत्वा न जिजीवं स विषाम ते अवस्थिता प्रमुखे दार्तराष्ट्र. Nor do we know which is better, conquering them or being conquered by them. If we kill the sons of Dhritarashtra, we should not care to live. Yet they are now standing before us on the battlefield. And among these 10 slokas, this 7th sloka is much more important. I request every one of you to learn this sloka. This is the mood which Arjuna surrendered to Krishna. And we all have to understand that mood and learn it. Please repeat after me. Text number 7. Arpanyadosho swabhava. Anyadosho swabhava. Pruchami tvam dharma samhodacheta. Vitam dharma samhodacheta. Yashyasyan nishchitam bruhi tanme. निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्ते अहं साधिमां तं प्रपन्नम् अहं साधिमां तं प्रपन्नम्. Now I am confused about my duty and have lost all the composure because of miserly weakness. In this condition, I am asking you to tell me for certain what is best for me. Now I am your disciple and a soul surrender unto you. Please instruct me. Text number 8. Nahi prapashyami mamapyanajat. Nahi prapashyami mamapyanajat. Yachokam uchoshanam indriyanam. Avapya bhumau asattam rudam. Rajyam suranam apichadipatyam. I can find no means to drive away this grief, which is drying up my senses. I will not be able to dispel it even if I win a prosperous, unrivaled kingdom on earth with sovereignty like the demigods in heaven. Text number 9. Sanjayam Vacha एवं उक्त्वा ऋषिकेशं गुडकेश परन्तप नायोत्स इति गोविन्दम् युक्त्वा तूष्णीं बभूवः. Sanjaya said, having spoken thus, Arjuna, chastiser of the enemies, told Krishna, Govinda, I shall not fight, and fell silent. Text number 10. Tamuvacha Rushikesha Prahashan iva Bharata Jainayor Madhye Visittantam idam vacha. O descendant of Bharata, at that time Krishna smiling in the midst of the both armies spoke the following words to the Greek citizen Arjuna. Hare Krishna. So today's the theme is we have seen self-seeking empowerment, divine empowerment through Guru. We all want empowerment. Similarly, like Arjuna was indecisive. He has given all the reasons. He did not know what to do and what not to do. He has lost his power. So we are also like that. We are thinking that we have power, but sometimes, many times, we lose that power, especially in the field of spirituality. When it comes to spirituality, we don't know what we have to do. So, what is empowerment? Can anyone? What is empowerment? We hear this word a lot, right? Women empowerment, so employee empowerment. So, when you are given promotion, you are empowered with some things, right? So, what does empowerment mean? Responsibility, so that you can feel confident. So, everyone should become confident. That's what women empowerment means. Women should be confident. Employee becomes confident in this work. Similarly, in the spirituality, all should need that empowerment so that we can be confident and execute service. So with the faith that Krishna one day will protect me, isn't it? So we are seeking that kind of divine empowerment, like Arjuna through Guru. For Arjuna, Krishna is the Guru. We have to seek Guru from the Bonafide Parampara. So this is what these 10 shlokas are giving. Srila Prabhupada is giving in these 10 shlokas. So this chapter is called Sankhya Yoga. In Sanskrit, it is called Sankhya Yoga. The first chapter is called Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Second chapter is called Sankhya Yoga. Or and some acharyas give Gita summarized. Contents of the Gita summarized. What is Sankhya Yoga mean? Yoga means connection. So it's not physical exercises. Of course, it includes. But it is not limited to physical exercise. It is our link between me and Krishna. So further, Krishna in this chapter is giving the analysis of what? Two things. He is giving analysis of two things. One is matter, another is spirit. So one who follows the matter is called materialist or materialism. One who follows the spirit is called spirituality or spiritualism. This is the two difference. It's the difference between the consciousness. So what aspect we take, we are conscious about that. Matter and spirit. Krishna gives us what is this matter all about, what is this spirit all about. In the essence, he is giving self-realization. He is giving the self-realization. So who you are. The entire course, this chapter we have done 12 sessions. This is the chapter we have done 11, 12 sessions, combining all the 18 sessions into all these things. To understand who am I, what is my relationship between Krishna and me. So this is why this is called Sankhya Yoga. So at the end of this chapter, Arjuna, we know Arjuna put his Gandiva. Just stating the reasons, we have to be compassionate, fear of sinful reactions, destruction of the family traditions. So all these things he has given, and finally what he did, he put his Gandiva down. He is filled with lamentation and moroseness and said, I am not going to fight this one. So when Srila Prabhupada, in the earlier chapter, he is focusing on the good qualities of Arjuna, the saintly qualities. How Arjuna as a saintly is giving the good reasons. In the second chapter, Arjuna, Srila Prabhupada is giving how Arjuna is bodily conscious. materially conscious. So lamentation and moroseness. Today we see all these things. Why we have all these things? Because we are materially conscious. భౌతికంగా మనం భౌతికంగా చూస్తాం. So materially conscious results into lamentation and moroseness. I will not fight. So daily we are fighting wars. Not only Arjuna is fighting the war, we are also having certain wars internally and externally with all the people. Maybe more important fight war is internally because of kama, krodha, lobha, moha, madhya, matsya, lust, greed, everything. So these are the six vices which we have. So we are fighting with all these things. So when we are materially conscious, we say, I'm not going to fight until I surrender to six vices. Everything is fair in love and war. This is the best example. I will do whatever I like. So you do good, whatever I like. This is not the what Bhagavad Gita is going to teach us. So if you see the overview of the entire chapter, the second chapter, we will dissect chapters. So first 10 slokas, Arjuna expresses his indecision. That's why he is seeking shelter of Krishna. So Krishna provides reasons to fight now. You know, Krishna, Arjuna, you are supposed to be fighting. So what are the reasons which Krishna gave to counter Arjuna's statements? 11 to 30, Arjuna's first argument is counteracted by Krishna. So what is Arjuna's first thing? Compassion, Karuna. He is showing compassion. Here Krishna is saying where to show compassion and where to don't show compassion. You should understand. So Krishna is asking to fight without attachment. So we have to do our duties without attachment. So compassion towards the temporary body is called ignorance. So what does ignorance mean? Avidya means compassion towards the body. Second is enjoyment, isn't it? 31 to 38 sloka, Krishna counters Arjuna's argument based on enjoyment. I cannot enjoy without my relatives. So here Krishna starts first. So in the 11th to 30th sloka, Krishna gives Atma Jnana. So who you are, self-realization. So knowing the self-realization, you have to apply it. So 38 to 31st to 38 introduce the first application of Atma Jnana. How can I apply this Atma Jnana? One is Karma Kanda. We all have prescribed duties. I am a husband. I am a wife. I am a servant. So these are all we have certain duties. How you should have do your prescribed duties is mentioned in 31 to 38 sloka. You can enjoy material desires. Yes, you can enjoy the material desires. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. It should be related to dharma. So at that time, the destination is heavenly planets. So we all hear that Swargam Praptirastu. We all want Swargam Praptirastu. So it is a first level of Atma. So it doesn't stop there. From 39 sloka till 53rd sloka, Krishna gives the second level of Atma Jnana. There are levels. So levels of Atma Jnana. So it counteracts Arjuna's third argument called sinful reactions. The second application of Atma Jnana is called Nishkama Karma Yoga. Nishkam means without anything in return, desire. This is not for money. I will do activities for not for my purpose. So do your duty and surrender everything to Krishna. So performing actions without attachments will not bring you reactions. Because I am entitled for the result, I am enjoying the result. The result might be favorable to me or not favorable to me. Both are enjoyment. So either you are happy or unhappy. But if you do without any attachment, because as a sense of duty, whether the result you're not bothered about the results. When you're not bothered about the results, of course, the results should be kept and plans should be done. That is should be there. But if the result is not coming in as per you, you are still happy. Yes, you did something. So this is called Niskama Karma Yoga. So here the goal is not Swarga. So you have to cross beyond the Swarga. That's what entire Bhagavad Gita is applying. You have to go beyond this Swarga. That's what in eighth chapter is saying. Ah Brahma Bhuvana Loka Sloka is mentioned. Whether you go to the heaven, you are going to get Janma, Mritu, Jara, Vyadi. So when you are in Nishkama Karma Yoga and you are doing Nishkama Karma, you will go beyond the Swarga to the place called Vaikunta. So when you do Nishkama Karma, the goal is Vaikunta, not Swarga. It's higher than. This is the point where actual self-realization starts manifesting. This is called manifestation of self-realization. What happens after going into Vaikunta, all those things? Will you stay sit there? No. You have to do certain things there. So we all came here, we are doing something. Listening, dancing, all those things will happen. Even in Vaikunta Loka and Goloka, you are bound to do something. What should I do? How should I do? You require a role model, right? So seeing the others, you will try to follow in their path. So that is what is called devotee. So the actions of the devotee. Arjuna asks, so everyone wants to become a devotee. That's the highest goal. But in order to become a devotee, I should know who is a devotee. How does he walk? How does he speak? How does his life conducted? That is called Sthita Prajna. So devotee is also called Sthita Prajna. Sthita Prajna means steady intelligence. Then our intelligence becomes steady, free from dualities. So today it is very cold, feeling shiver. Tomorrow it will be rainy. After tomorrow it will be sunny. But we are affected by dualities. But in that location, there is no effect of dualities. Even in this material world, staying in this material world, we all can become Sthita Prajna, provided if you follow Sthita Prajna. For that, Krishna gives us who is a Sthita Prajna. 54th sloka till last sloka, a person detached from the material position. Today, the problem is that people do not know what is detachment. They say detachment, detachment, but they do it artificially or wrongly. But what is detachment? So this is counteracted. This counteracts Arjuna's fourth argument, destruction of the family traditions. This indecision, destruction of family traditions is counteracted in chapter 3. When you go into chapter 3, fourth argument is counteracted. Now Arjuna is giving fifth argument. I do not know what I want to do. Please tell me. So indecisiveness. Till the end of the chapter, end of Bhagavad Gita, around 12th chapter, Arjuna is convinced that yes, this is my duty. On the top, in the sixth chapter, extra, Krishna gives how you should apply all the Jnana philosophy. So those things are also required. So at the end of 12th chapter, Arjuna is convinced that yes, this is what I need to do. But he starts acting. We are also indecisive. By the end of reading Bhagavad Gita, we will be very clear on our duties, both material and spiritual. So Srila Prabhupada, in this, as I said, chapter, he focuses on bodily emotions are the result of our illusion. We say Maya, Maya, Krishna Maya. What is this Maya? What is this illusion? It is a bodily emotions. So in the Sankhya philosophy, we will understand this matter and what is the soul. So in this is a purpose, in the first purpose, so in the first purpose, it is mentioned the science of so what is the science of ignorance of real self? Why do not know who we are? Isn't it? We fortunately after 12 sessions we had some understanding, but still the complete understanding has not yet come. So what is that? What is the science of ignorance that binds me not knowing what am I? So Arjuna says there are three things. One is material compassion. He's showing compassion, but it is material compassion. So like comparison for the outward dress. Suppose a person who is having a nice Armani suit. Armani's very suit is very costly, lakhs and lakhs of rupees. And he is drowning in a river. And you happen to see that person is drowning. What will you do? Whom do you save? Person, of course. But instead of person, I leave the person. Armani is costly. This is Armani suit. I'll take the Armani out. Suppose you are pulling him out and Armani suit is getting torn. Say, oh, suit is getting torn. Not focusing on the person. Later, when it comes out, you lap over with all the things. But you are focused only on saving that Armani suit or a sari. Is it good, right? All right. So he is showing the compassion to save the man, but his focus is on saving the outward dress, which is very temporary. Actually, we are the souls. We have understood we are the souls, and this body is a dress. One is having the Armani dress, one is having a normal dress. Different kinds of bodies we are having. Of course, this is required. But if you show only the compassion to the external body, is it ignorance or what? Knowledgeable. So you have to show compassion to the soul. Body is also required, but more than the body, it is a soul that is required. Compassion towards the soul is much more important. Now you may ask, external body, I can do something. I can see, I can do all the things. But how can I show the compassion to the soul? The soul is invisible. Can you see? No. Life you cannot see. You can feel it. But how can I show compassion to that? I will not say that I suffer. I. Hey. This is soul. Mm. It requires the soul. Yes. It cannot be invisible, but I don't know how. Yes. Give compassion to the soul. So how now you know that you are understanding it is a soul, you are a soul. How do you give compassion to the soul? Body you are giving compassion. Somebody is hungry, you can give food. One wants a dress, you give the dress. But how can I show compassion to the soul? How can I? First of all, you should know what the soul is wanting, right? What is the soul want? A hungry man wants food. You cannot give flower, garland. You are a nice guy. I'm hungry. Give me food. I will give you another garland. Will you accept it? All right. But what is the compassion? What is the soul requires? How can I give compassion? Can I go a little bit? Yes. Is that like the body and mind? Maybe not the same person. Okay. There are emotions, and because of emotions, that leads to illusion. That leads to yes. Now, okay, I have emotions now. Temporarily, I mean, the majority of the population, I have emotions. And so now, because of my emotions, I want to become the head of the stage or something. Right? Okay, I think that um, I get the money. So you mean to say you become the head of the state so that you can help the people some way in the whatever the way they want. So you mean like food, hunger, all those things. You might do that. Do I not understand my soul? No, it need not be. So many people are trying to give the all benefits. Did they understand the soul? He is not as the head of the state, as a small person. Just help me the poor without any recognition. Yeah. I don't want any recognition, but in a small way, I help them. So it is not giving compassion. So you are giving what are you giving some food, maybe food, clothing, shelter, all those things. So these are all external things, isn't it? It gives you the body. But did you understand what does the soul require? I say my soul requires in serving. So what is the serve? Yes, you are coming closer. You're coming closer. No, serving. 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 So, that word service. So you are serving the poor. But we understand what is that poor means. Without not only with money. This today, if you see Mother Teresa, he said, today all the people have sufficient food. There is no dearth of food. You can get some kind of food here. But only thing what is lacking is love. Love. The actual love. So where you are channelizing your emotions are right. You have to give food. Emotions are good. But where you are channelizing that emotion is very much important. The soul, if you channelize, all these things are channelizing at the body level, which is required. But the channelizing towards the soul is the soul wants to connect to Krishna. Just like a baby, there is a chanta happening, and baby is lost. separated from parents. It cries. You may give chocolate. Temporarily, 2 minutes, it will stop crying. But will it stop crying forever? When will it stop crying, the baby? Put it to mother and father. The cry is done. So that's what it wants. Similarly, the soul wants the connection with Krishna, with our supreme father and mother. Then only this cry will stop. So how does this connection happen? The connection happens first through chanting. Chanting of the holy names. You are given the feedbacks, right? You are chanting, right? We are all chanting. 16 rounds we have to do it. It is a must. If the baby doesn't cry, how does a parent know? If the baby is happy with the kidnapper, what will happen? Baby should be with the parents. So this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is the cry of the soul trying to get attention of Krishna. So we all have to chant the holy names. So by that you are showing compassion to yourself and to the others. When you are chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Now you have mouth to chant. But there are so many microorganisms which cannot chant. So you are giving compassion to that soul as well. The highest of the compassion is to chant the holy names. This is what is love is meant. There's so many people chanting without devotees to follow. Yes. But outside, outside the temple, as usual, as normal as anybody else. Okay. So devotee externally looks like an ordinary person. So a person is known by the words he speaks, isn't it? So the devotee also goes out to work. So to sustain the family, he goes it. But for what purpose is going? So through this person, he has an opportunity to connect with the society, go in the offices. Sometimes in the conversation, talk about Krishna. So that's why when even in ISKCON, there are so many devotees, you should know whom to associate with. Not all people are trying to become a devotee. So when you go into hospital, you have to associate with a doctor, isn't it? There are patients like you, as so they are also important. But you have to associate with a doctor. You say this hospital also has patients. This hospital is also having patients. So this is not the right way to go. So when you're judged, what is also struggling with so many things, material things, all those things, you have to deal with it. But are they doing the 16 rounds of chanting? Yes, they're doing it. Early in the morning, they're doing the 16 rounds of chanting. They're reading Bhagavad Gita. Yes, they're doing the Bhagavad Gita. But they are using their money, contacts for service of Krishna, to bring certain contacts, to serve the people. Yes, they are doing. But all this they are doing is as a service towards Krishna. If the devotee doesn't go, if I don't conduct the sessions, how would you know? Isn't it? If I go into the Himalayas and sit there and chant, how will others know what this is Krishna consciousness? Yes, externally they look like an ordinary man, but when you speak to him, what is the essence he is speaking about? So have a conversation with the devotee. So that's what towards the end of the chapter, you will know who is a devotee and to whom I should associate with. If I have association with that, I will also have a progress. Did I answer your question? Oh, then it was chanting. Yes. So all of them chant. So all of them yes, chant. But not all of them are really very no, or substitute. Okay. That's what I mean. So chanting Hare Krishna without knowing or not knowing is a service to God. Will go. So you have a problem, you take medicine. You don't know how does medicine will work. But will it work? Yes. For that, taking medicine, you not need to be a doctor. Of course. Learning is good. But only learn after learning and doing that is not required. By the way of chanting Hare Krishna, whether it is even with criticism, hey, this Hare Krishna, always chant Hare Krishna, it gets benefit. Hare Krishna has such a potency. Even they chant wrongly or with a wrong intention, And that Hare Krishna mantra will work. And one day they will become a devotee. This is for sure. You can see so many devotees outside. They are excellent. See, Srila Prabhupada, His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, the Maharaj which you have seen. How they are, because the root is Hare Krishna Mahamantra. They all do the same mantra. So whether you are doing it wrongly, rightly, doesn't matter. There are no hard and fast rules. At any time in the day, you can chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and it will have its own effect. That is for sure. So when I chanted Mahamantra first time, I do not know what is Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So that one mantra brought me here. So we have to hear, understand, implement. Yes, it should go. The philosophy should be there, and the chanting should also be there, and the service should be there. Yes. 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 You have to implement. Knowledge, if you don't implement, it is like a dog's tail. It cannot hide its private part, or it cannot chew away the mosquitoes. Even staying and understanding, sitting here in Bhagavad Gita classes does not make you a devotee. The goal is this way. You have to surrender to Guru. There is no other way. You have to chant the holy names. There is no other way. Minimum 16 rounds. Today you might be chanting 1 round, 2 round, 4 round, but you should have a goal to chant 16 rounds. Then quality. Slowly quality develops. First you develop the quantity. Then quality. Quantity and quality should go. Read Bhagavad Gita. Try to implement on yourself. What is Krishna saying over here? You have to understand that. Then only you can. For implementation, satsangs are required. Did I answer the question? Yes, implementation is very much required. Vasudev. This is Krishna. Krishna is other name is Vasudev. Vasuki is another serpent. So there are other serpents also. Vasuki is not for Krishna. Vasuki is there. Akshak is there. There are so many other. So they are coming in the line of all these serpents. They are all devotees. But the primary devotee is Adishesh. So the compassion, for the real compassion we have to show is by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra and distributing the real suffering of the soul. The soul is suffering hunger of Krishna. So we have to give that feed for that. So second sign of ignorance of real self is lamentation. Something we lament. I don't have this. I don't have this. I don't have this. Opposite of lamentation is gratitude. So what is gratitude? Knowing what you have today. So we all can speak, see, walk, talk, all those things. There are so many people who don't have all these things. Are we great? Yes, of course, we are better positions. But we are saying, I don't have what Ambani has. I don't have what this person has. So what happens? You lament. That's why the whole world is like this. We are struggling in the offices because I want more, more, more. Lament. Isn't it? Lamentation is second hand. This is the quality of a Sudra. So that's why it is a Kali Yuga Sudra Sambhava. Everyone has Sudra because we all lament for what we don't want. So how many of your items in your home are actually you require? You have used all the items which you have in the home. Maybe 10% to 20% we have used. What about the remaining 70 to 80%? We don't require. But we don't think that I have this. Something I don't have. This is lamentation. And Bhagavad Gita was spoken to remove this lamentation. That is what one of the purpose of Bhagavad Gita. The third, which has Krishna Arjuna showing the symptom is the tears. Not ordinary tears, small tears. It is flood of tears. Have you seen any man, especially a warrior, cry? It is very rare. And Arjuna is doing that. We are taught that man should not cry. From the childhood, we are taught. But everyone has emotions. And emotions come naturally outside. And everyone has an opportunity to cry. So we all have to cry in front of Guru, please help me. I do not have any opportunity. Without you, I cannot. You have to cry like that. But instead of that soul crying, it is a body crying. for the ordinary relatives. That's our relative come to rescue at the time of death. Relatives are required. I'm not saying no, but understand that they are not going to come with us always. It is said, all the relatives, wealth, everything stops when the soul leaves the body. Wife stops at the gate. He cannot come out. And son stops at the funeral. They cannot come. That's why Shiva is standing there and saying, Ramanam Satya hai. Better wake up now and do Harinam. At the time, what you can do? Nothing else. Shiva is so compassionate that he is giving Ramanam at that point so that you will get a nice body and can the holiness. The goal of the body, our human body, is to understand Krishna and to chant the holy names. That is the main purpose. So aligning your activities for this purpose is good. You have to feed, you have to do work, you have to read, you have to do all this. But what? To sustain so that I can chant the holy names. That much you need to work. So we no need to artificially renounce everything. So Krishna is not asking you to renounce. We will see in the third chapter what is the actual renunciation is all about. So the root cause of our suffering is, underline this point, make this a point and feed it in our brain. Why are we suffering? Misidentification with the body. I am identifying, I am male, female, I am this, I am that. This is our misidentification. That is the root cause of all suffering. So happiness is a state of being, not a status symbol. So we want today Facebook culture, Instagram culture. So we post all the good pictures. Right? Do we post pictures which we quarrel with our wife or husband? No. Today I had my quarrel with my wife. Will you put it? No. So everywhere it is looking good. So it look now happiness is a state looking like a state symbol. So positions, all those things is happiness, but that is not happiness. It's a state of being. So what state are we in? At any time you can become happy, provided you understand the real purpose of the human body. Otherwise, there is no question of happiness. That is what Prabhupada is explaining. In the second sloka, Arjuna is Krishna is talking about. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "My dear Arjuna, how have these impurities come upon you?" How see Arjuna talked about all these things, fear of sinful reactions, so excellent things which you would not. And Krishna is saying, these are all impurities. How have these come to you? He's astonished. Krishna is astonished. They are not at all befitting a man who knows the value of life. The great reasons he has given is saying you do not know the value of life. What should be the purpose of the life? They lead not to the higher planets, but to infamy. To lose your infamy. All the dynasty will be losing. So, Srila Prabhupada, he is here giving about what is Krishna. So, if you read a purport, he is not explaining about all these things. He is explaining about Krishna. Why Krishna? Here, Prabhupada is explaining about only about Krishna. Krishna's topic will come later. But Prabhupada is so compassionate that he is not waiting for the last days to come. Actually, 7th to 12th chapter is Bhakti. Srila Prabhupada never waited for that. Who knows? This is the last page which we read. This might be the last page which I can read. Suddenly, I may fall down. So, Prabhupada is making sure that you know about Krishna and before dying. He was so compassionate. So what does he say about Krishna? He says Krishna is non-different from Supreme Personality of Godhead. What does Supreme Personality of Godhead mean? He is supreme. There is nobody higher than Krishna. Second is personality. He's a person. He has certain form, characters, all likings, and he is a head of all the gods. So all the devatas, Mukoti devatas, the head of the gods is Krishna. So you understand, it's very clear that Krishna is a person, he is a supreme, and he is a head of all the things. So there is no confusion over that. So no other Acharya has given such a definition. You won't find it anywhere else. And he is called Bhagavan. So whenever Krishna or Vishnu speaks, it's not Vishnu's Vacha or Krishna Vacha, right? Sanjaya Vacha is said, Dhritarashtra Vacha is said. But when Krishna is trying to speak here, it is said Bhagavan Vacha. So Krishna is the Swayam Bhagavan, is the only God. There are only one God who is Krishna, and others are all the devatas. So Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, second chapter, 11th verse, talks about the three aspects of the ultimate truth, one truth. So ISKCON is a Vaishnavism is a holy organization where you know the ultimate truth. Whatever Vaishnavism you go, so they speak about only one truth. What is one truth? You can get the one truth in three different ways. So there are different kinds of people. You have heard right Karmi. You have heard about Karmi, Jnani, and Bhakta. So all these are people are in the journey of attaining the same one ultimate truth. So there are three levels of attaining that same truth. One first level is Brahman. It's a Aham Brahmasmi. Did you hear? Aham Brahmasmi. Parabrahman. You have heard right? Parabrahman. So Brahman. I am part of this Brahma. Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi. Means I am part and parcel of Brahman. But outside people they say Aham Brahma means I am Brahma. I am the creator. They translate Brahma as creator and I am the creator. Wrong misconception. But Brahman means Sat Chitananda Vigraha. That aspect is called Brahman. He is spread anyway everywhere as energy. This table is Brahman, energy of Krishna. This is energy of Krishna. Temple is energy of Krishna. Your body is energy of Krishna. Everything is energy of Krishna. This is one. All the material elements. This is coming from Krishna. So, second category is the Jnanis. Jnanis is intellectual. They are knowledge. Chit means it is present everywhere, all pervasive. It's called Paramatma. Paramatma, God is within you, God is within you, God is within me, God is within every living entity. You heard right? This is called Paramatman concept. It's called Jnanis. And the third level is Bhagavan. So these are called Bhaktas. When you deal with Bhaktas, they speak about Bhagavan. The actual feature. He has a form, all this Ananda feature, that is. We all require that Ananda. So it Ananda comes only when we understand about the Bhagavan. So to understand all these things, concept Brahman, Paramatma, these are all technical. So let me give you an example. So today, this is sun. There you can see sun, right? Can you see sun? No, you cannot see sun. So you are saying that sun exists because sunlight exists. By seeing the sunshine, you say that sun is existing today. So understanding the sunshine is called Brahman. But is the sunshine the sun? No. Right? It is not the sun. It is an energy of the sun coming and you are by that. So this is the Brahman stage. Second stage is you can take a rocket, go towards the sun and see the sun is has hydrogen, oxygen, it's flaming, all those things you can see. Today ISRO sent a satellite. You might be heard to study the sun. These are the second level of people understanding the sun planet. Who is advanced? Of course, ISRO people are advanced. So because they understanding the planet sun. But this is second stage. So if you see actually inside the sun, if you have a chance to go inside the sun, if you have the vision to get the sun, you can see Surya Narayan. So sun rises, all the Surya Namaskar because Surya Narayan is coming. What can understand? So I will give you another example. Once there is a village, almost a remote village, having a railway station. So you know when we pass in the railway station, we have an abandoned, almost abandoned railway station. Only few train stops. So these villagers they don't know about that. So what they know is something is going, it is very cool, it is going. So occasionally they can see some light. Their conception of the train is the sound and the light. But after the curiosity, let us see what is that. Where does this sound come from? Let me go into the station and see. Few people went there to the station and they saw something is approaching. This is not only light, there is some form. The train looks, so there are 18 compartments, there are some things. So they understood that much and they come back. No, some people are still curious. Let me know something else. Let me stay. Let that pass. So when the train is passing by the station, they could see inside there are persons. Now, who is knowledgeable? All of them are correct. But completeness comes only when they realize that has light and sound, has a form, which has certain people inside it. So level 1 persons are Brahman persons. They are correct, but they are not. They are Sat feature. Second is Paramatma feature. So they understood something has a form existing. That highest of the people are complete is the people who understand the Bhagavan feature. If I want to know about you, I have to know a complete personality. Then only it is complete. So Bhagavan feature is the complete. The Parasara Muni, who is the father of Vyasadeva, has given the description of Bhagavan. Who is a Bhagavan? So one Bhagavan means one who is all rich, strength, fame, beauty, knowledge, and renunciation. So richness, strength, fame, beauty, knowledge, and renunciation is in one single element. One can say, I am rich, but he is not all rich. Yeah, I am good, I'm looking good, but I am all good. But Krishna or Bhagavan is complete in all the senses. So where does you can find the authenticity of Krishna supremacy? You should have authenticity. So just like that, we cannot speak. So Brahma Samhita says, Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchitananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karna. Brahma is saying, all the controller, supreme controller is Krishna, who is Satchitananda Vigraha. Is a Bhagavan. That's why you can see in Bhagavad Gita, all the places, there is no Sri Brahman Vacha or Sri Paramatman Vacha. Of course, Krishna describes about Paramatma, but never Paramatman Vacha has come. It is Bhagavan Vacha, who has a form. So here Prabhupada explains about who is an Aryan and non-Aryan. Hey Arya, you can see old movies, mythological movies, you can see hey Arya. What is Arya? It's not name of a movie. Aryan means who is civilized person, who knows the purpose of life. The devotee is a person who knows what is my life path. Non-Aryan means who doesn't know what is the value of life. That's why you can see so many people. If you ask, what is the value of your life? What is the goal? They cannot say. But only a devotee knows what is the goal of life. And that's why it's called Aryan. When Krishna here says, Ashmalam, Krishna's chastisement started here. Guru's chastisement started here. Impurities. What is impurity? It is the material impurities. Material compassion, material fear, material all how you are a devotee. How does this material impurities come into you? I'm not thinking of you like that. You should be a devotee and act like a devotee. Material impurities are ashmalam, which becomes non-Aryan. You cannot become a civilized person. If you have these material things, you cannot be a civilized person. Second is aswarga. You cannot go to heaven as well. You should know the value of your life to even go to hell, to heaven. Akirtikaram. There is no kirti for you. You are saying you will leave the war for the benefit. Do you think you will be glorified? No. Your entire dynasty will be ruined by that. So you are supposed to act as a Kshatriya. So Gita's sanctioning of killing means, you may say, body is temporary, soul is permanent. Is it a license to kill? Is it a license? And anyway, body is temporary. This body is temporary. I will kill and eat. This dog body is temporary. I will eat. Your body is temporary. I will kill you. Is it good? It is not a sanction. Saying that body is destructible is not a license for us to kill. But sometimes violence is also necessary. Violence is also necessary in order to protect dharma. In order to protect dharma, if you have to commit violence, that violence is also non-violence. Comes under non-violence. So soul is more important. That's why here Prabhupada explains about the surgery. My father is a doctor. He knows surgery. So when a patient comes for help, suppose a person has sugar. and he has a gangrene. Should he remove it? Is it required? Can answer. Is it? It should be removed. But do you like your leg? Yes, of course. This leg is important for me. But if you have sugar and a gangrene, you have to remove it. Otherwise, what will happen? You will die. Surgery is required. Wherever surgery is required, that is required. You cannot say because doctor is cutting the body, he is a criminal. You cannot say it, right? Because surgeon's duty is compassion. Similarly, a Kshatriya's duty is also to do the surgery, to remove all the bad things. So that's why Guru's duty is to give Gita's message. Gita's message is like a surgery. It will not be so nice. Certainly, it will pain somewhere. Pain should be there. For what? To remove that the pain. What is the pain? Greed, envy, lust, all these things. You have that disease that should be removed. And that removal is not so easy, not cakewalk. You have pain. But you know that, yes, this pain is required for me. When you understand, yes, this pain is required for me, then only you can progress. Understand this. This pain is required. That's why surgery is required. And Krishna says in the third, so continues on to say, "O son of Pritha, do not yield to this great degrading importance. It does not become you. Give up such petty weakness of the heart and arise, O chastiser of the enemies." Oh, here it is a very great statement Krishna is making. Important. What kind of a person are you? Are you important? If somebody says that, will you accept it? All right. And Arjuna knows this. This is being recorded by Vyasadeva. Tomorrow, people are going to read this in Radha Govinda temple and they think that Arjuna is important. Did Arjuna say anything? Krishna never backed, but saying importance. He said, "You important fellow, what are you thinking all about? What is what nonsense are you speaking? Does it fit for you?" Clibium, he says two things, Krishna. It is a verbal slap on the face of a Kshatriya. One is you are important, and whatever reason you are given is so petty. So if you know the Dhruva Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj is a son of Uttanapad. So Uttanapad is a great devotee. Uttanapad had two wives. One is Suruchi and other is Suniti. As the name indicates, one is good natured and other is good looking. Today, people are after a good looking wives. Good nature wise, they don't want. It should be white, fair, everything. Isn't it? So, similarly, Uttanapada has said, I don't want Suniti, but I am attached to Surichi. So, Suniti's son is Dhruva and Suruchi's son is Uttama. So, these are two small children, 5-year-old children playing. So Uttama sat on the lap of Uttanapada. So his father, so he sat. So, this Dhruva also wanted to sit on the father's lap. He sits on the father's lap. And Suriti says, "You are not my son. You are a son of an insignificant wife. You don't have any right to sit on a throne. Get lost from here." She threw him from that lap. And Uttanapada did not stop him. Uttanapada is a father. He should have stopped. But he was attached to Suriti. He did not stop. And he said, "You have to seek shelter of Vishnu. You die, give away this body. Then only you can sit on my husband's lap. You should be born from my womb." Romaras did not take it easily. He was breathing fire like a serpent. బుసలు కొడతా ఉంటాం కదా. He went to his mother Suniti and Suniti says, "Go and take shelter of Vasudev." Then the word got Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva came into the picture. If you see the Kshatriya quality of a Dhruva, that insult even a 5-year-old boy could not tolerate. Just pushing. 5-year-old boy cannot tolerate such an insult. How can Arjuna tolerate such a great insult given by Krishna? It's not an ordinary statement. And it is being recorded in the history. So Krishna's idea of importance is, so in the olden days, so before this war happened, so in Virata war, before the Virata war, Arjuna took the role of Bruhanala, okay? As a eunuch. Arjuna was so famous that he cannot hide himself. He is so famous. By normal way, he will be recognized. That's why he took the form of a eunuch. Now Krishna is saying, you acted eunuch or you become a eunuch. Are you continuing the same thing over here? Remember, you are not Bruhanalla here. You are Arjuna here. So understand what is your role. So by that way, Krishna, by the chastisement of the Guru, we'll understand, yes, I should know something. If you go back to your history, which teachers do you remember? Teachers who scolded you. Because of that teacher, I could understand so many things. Thank you, teacher. You go to the same school and meet the first teacher there. So this teacher should have a compassion that my disabled should learn something. So that is what you should apply compassion towards compassion. In the fourth shloka, Arjuna is not a person. He has given a counteract to Krishna. He is not leaving Krishna also. So what is he saying? Oh, killer of the enemies, oh, killer of the Madhu, how can I counteract with arrows in the battlement like Bhishma, Drona, and Drona, who are worthy of my worship? Arjuna is a strong person. Counteracting. I am not here soft-hearted. I have a strong heart. How can I counter my guru and my own grandfather? So Prabhupada explains that the Arjuna's intention was elders should be respected at all times. Even verbal disagreement should not be given. When an elder person is speaking, might be wrong or right. We should respect the words of the elder person. Today's what generation, what is happening? They shout at the mother, father, teachers. This is the current generation. But elder generation was not like that. We have to respect our parents everywhere. Whether they do it wrong or right. So even verbal disagreement should not be given to the elders. Forget about the elders like grandfather and my guru. How can I go against them and kill them? So do you expect me to do that? And he's saying, he's also challenging Krishna. Now you have a guru, Sandeepa Muni. You have a grandfather, Ugrasena. Will you go against them? Tell me. Will you go against them and do that? And you are asking me to do war between Bhishma and Drona? What are you thinking about? So that's why this is called Arisudana. So he did not say Madhusudana or everywhere. He said Arisudana. Arisudana means demons. You kill demons. You never killed your grandfather. You can never kill your guru. Now you are asking me to do that, and you are calling me eunuch. So what are you thinking? So Arjuna has not left the contract. So in the fifth shloka, what is he saying? It would be better to live in this world by begging than to live at the cost of the lives of the great souls who are my teachers. Even though desiring worldly gain, they are superiors. If they are killed, everything we enjoy will be tainted with blood. Arjuna is basing his argument on Dharma Shastra. We have seen Dharma Shastra and Artha Shastra, right? Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, all the four shastras. So Arjuna is basing on Artha Shastra, sorry, Dharma Shastra. So you have seen the glory of Guru. Everyone requires a Guru. Can you reject a Guru? Can you reject? Ordinarily, you should not reject. Pray to the God that there should not be a chance where you can reject Guru. On what conditions you can reject the Guru? There is a chance you can reject the Guru. If the Guru is not guiding his disciples in Krishna consciousness, you can reject the Guru. If the Guru is asking, for my fame, I am Guru, you should serve me, only then. If he is not elevating his disciple into Krishna consciousness, you can reject that Guru. In a history, there is a famous person called Bali Chakravarti. You know? So Bali Chakravarti and Vaman Devs come. Bali Chakravarti conquered a whole, he was a demon. Although he was a demonic from a demonic family, he's a devotee. So he was a devotee. But because of the duty, he has to conquer all the planets, and he did. And Vamana came to get back all the floating planetary system and give to Devatas. Vamana asked 3 steps. First step, second step, he took. Now, third step, where should I place? And Bali Chakravarti says, put it on my head. So before Vamana Dev was approaching, Sukracharya saw. Sukracharya is a Brahmana. He knows all the Shastras. In he alerts Bali Chakravarti. Bali, now Lord Vishnu is coming in the form of Vamana, a dwarf. Don't think himself a normal person. He is Sakshat Bhagavan. So you should not accept it, whatever he requires. You can reject him. So then he gives so many reasons from the Shastras and say, you can reject Brahmana. And Bali Chakravarti said, what are you thinking? What are you saying, Acharya? Vishnu is coming and asking the 14th planetary system, I am willing to give entire my life. You are a guru, you should say that your life should be dedicated to Krishna. And instead of that, what are you saying? You should not surrender to Krishna. I reject you as my guru. And Bali Chakravarti rejected Acharya as his guru. Because the guru has said, you should not be Krishna conscious. So you should understand who should be taken as a guru. Guru is such a very important in our life. If the guru is not making us Krishna consciousness, you should not go for that guru. And my guru is from my caste, my city, my locality. He is famous because he has written so many books. He has so many followers on YouTube. These are not the consideration. Even if the guru has only one disciple, if he is Krishna conscious, and you can accept it. But you have to use our intelligence to identify who should a guru. No guru says you should not chant. Every guru says you have to chant. Hariname Kevalam, Hariname Kevalam, Hariname Kevalam. But other bogus guru says, do whatever you like. Give some money to my organization, I will take that to God. That is not the guru. So Arjuna refers here forgiveness. He wants to forgive all his. In the sixth sloka, Arjuna is saying, nor do we know which is better, conquering them or being conquered by them. If we are killed by the sons of the Dhritarashtra, we should not care to live. Yet they are now standing before us on the battlefield. Now clearly you can see that this indecision. Frustration is coming. When you are indecisive, frustration comes. I don't know what to do, but I need to do it. Frustration is coming. And Arjuna has 3 options here. One is, broadly, you have 2 options, fight or not fight. If he fights, he has 2 options. Either he will win or he will lose. If he wins, there is no enjoyment without relatives. In earlier on first chapter you have seen, if we win and they lose, there is no enjoyment without relatives. So I am a loser. Even if I win, I am a loser. The second thing is, if I lose, there is no enjoyment. There is entire bloodshed is happening. I don't want bloodshed to happen. So he is preferring not to fight. When he is preferring not to fight, he is preferring to even go to the beg. He is going to such an extent, let me beg it. I'll become a beggar. Even they kill me. So, but begging is not an enjoyment for Kshatriya. They cannot do begging. They have to fight. But they cannot do begging. So even Arjuna is well prepared for begging. It is the qualification, that it is eligible for us to become liberated. This is the qualification. What are the qualifications? Controlled senses. Arjuna is very controlled. He's thinking all the possible days. We may not be thinking like that. And we will be afraid what to do. But Arjuna is so controlled of his senses that he is thinking all possibilities. So we should have control over the senses. This elevates to knowledge. So if you want to understand Bhagavad Gita, we have to be sense controlled. Our mind should be under control only by mantra. When you chant Hare Krishna mantra, you will get the sufficient strength to understand Bhagavad Gita. Otherwise, there is no chance. Second is, you will understand knowledge. By way of knowledge, you will understand, you will get the faith. So we all have lost some faith. We all have some faith. But our faith becomes strong. Then knowledge comes. That you are straight on instructions of Krishna. Whatever instructions, Bhagavad Gita is full of instructions of Krishna and Guru. And we'll have the strong faith on Bhagavad Gita. And then comes bhakti, devotion. The result is devotion. That is what the qualification is all about. So in the seventh sloka, we have seen very much important sloka. कार्पण्यदोषोपहत स्वभाव पृथ्वी त्वां धर्म सम्मूढचेत यस्यान्निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्ते अहं साधिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम्. Now I am confused. He's saying, I am confused. Why he is confused? What is the reason of his confusion? It is a material complexity, material problems. So what are this material problem? Confused about the duty. We don't know what to do. Second is we lose composure. When it comes to tough situation, we lose our composure. What to do? We know. The reason is he's saying here, Karpanya dosha. What is the dosha over here? Karpanya. If you remember our science of happiness class, we thought about Krishna. There are two kinds of people. One is Kripana, Kanjus fellow. Another is Ramana. So who is a Kripana? So what is a Kanjus fellow? He will have the wealth, he will not utilize it. He will have all the opulences, he will not utilize it. So what opulence do you have? You have intelligence. You have this body, favorable body. So are we utilizing our intelligence and body for a good cause? We are not utilizing our body for that. We are Kripana. My body is for material things. My body should be glorified. I should have nice body, physique, color, everything. That is called Anjus or Panya. Ramana means one who is liberal in giving, intelligent person. One who utilizes intelligence for Krishna consciousness, he is called a Brahmana. So Brahmana is not a by birth. Brahmana is a quality. Either you are a Brahmana or you are a Kripana. And Arjuna is saying, I am worried about Karpanya dosa. I am inflicted by Karpanya, Kripana. So I am understanding only about material things. Now he understood what his problem is. So we all have to understand what my problem is. Science of happiness course is only for to understand what is our problem. Our material weaknesses are our problems. So this is sets as a mode for Krishna consciousness. In his, Arjuna is saying, all things are immaterial for me. These are not fit for my happiness. So here I will give you one small example. So Mataji is working as a manager in bank. You will be dealing with numbers. Suppose a person comes to you, I'm taking just an example, not a rather known numbers, so, to get a nice connection. If a person comes to you with a check, forget about all the technicalities. On the number field, he has put zero. Will you give money? What will you say? You have put zero. What will I give? Zero has no value. Okay, you say zero has no value. I'll put energy zero. Now zero has zero. Has a value? No. Okay. Now till you are not accepting, I'll put another zero. Will you give money? No. He puts eight zeros. Will you give money? No. Then somebody has come. What nonsense are you doing? You are putting all the zeros. You should put some number. Suppose he has put one before all the zeros. Now it becomes crore. Will you give money? Yes. Of course, he has a bank. All these. Adding that one has given the value to all the zeros, right? Our material education, big zero. When you die, it becomes zero. Our name, big zero, gone. Family, zero. All the things which we have is big zero. Because at the death, these are lost. But what should I do to add value? I should put one before that. If I add one to that number before, then it has a value. You put Krishna before. First is Krishna. Then all your things will become has a value. Isn't it? That is what this Bhagavad Gita is giving. Krishna and Guru is the number one. Having Krishna in the number one position, what makes you to do? So there is a nice sloka in Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd chapter, 23rd sloka, 7th sloka, 23rd chapter, 7th sloka, where Kardama Muni was talking about when you do all these things, what happens? So when you do all these things, I have achieved the blessings of the Lord in the discharging my own religious life of austerity, meditation, and Krishna consciousness. Although you have not yet experienced these achievements, which are free from fear and limitation. When you are Krishna conscious, What Kadamuni is saying, you are free from fear and lamentation. So elsewhere in Bhagavad Gita, it means Svalpam Asya Prayato Matavayat. If you are little Krishna conscious also, the greatest of fear is lost. But what happens? What happens? You will get after that, you will get the prasad of love. What is prasad of love? Bhagavad prasad is love of God. The actual prasada of Lord is love of God. This is prasada of God. Chanting is a prasada of Lord. Prasadam is a prasad of Lord because it contains the love of God. That is what you have to see. Not is not a salt or things. It is love of God given to me. Whatever it may be. It's a fruit or whatever. It is love of God which I am receiving. This is Bhagavad Prasada. So, but we take Guru so that I can get material benefits. Swargam Praptirastu, Ishtakamyadi Siddhirastu. What are these? These are all material things. So Kardamamuni is saying, if you go with the material enjoyment, there are five things which is happening into you. So what are the five things? First, for material enjoyment, you have to accumulate, isn't it? So when you have accumulate, you have to do hard work. Without hard work, you cannot accumulate. Second is sometimes people go to violence towards others. Hook or crook, I have to earn money. So then there comes rat race. All this education system. The rat race. Ultimately, if you win the race, you will become a rat. Number one rat. That's all. So rat race, competition, hatred, thing comes into picture. Third thing is you have a tendency to enjoy. Oh, I own this. Let me enjoy. This is my property. Let me enjoy. That is enjoyment propensity. So what does enjoyment propensity lead to? It leads to misery. That we'll see in the due course of Bhagavad Gita. Then you start protecting it, treasuring it, right? So protection leads to fear. And last is destruction. Nothing going to be stayed. So everything gets destroyed. Then what will happen? You'll feel morose, lament. Suppose you'll take an example, money. I want to enjoy money. So you have to accumulate money by way of doing job, all the things, you accumulate money. Sometimes it goes to such an extent that I will capture others' properties. I'll capture. You see, I will own my properties. Now what happens? There are so many properties. Greatest fear will come. Let me enjoy it. I will show off all the six nice cars, bungalows, everything. What will happen? First enemy created is children, isn't it? When will he die so that I'll get my property? Empty. That is kill other policies, all those things. So that I'll get crores and crores of money. What happened? Now he is fear. Will my child kill me? He's anxiety. And what happens? He's trying to protect. That's why all the locker system has come. I will protect and protect. But what happens? We'll die. Children will take away money. What happens? Destruction. You lament. Our soul laments. All this while I am trying for this. So if you are after this material enjoyment, you will get fear and lamentation, nothing else. If you engage all these material things for Krishna, add Krishna as number one, you will be the number one happiest person. That is the technique in bhakti. That is what Krishna consciousness is all about. You can do all your duties, but keeping Krishna is the number one priority. Wake up early. Why you should wake up early? So that I can chant the holy names. I'll get extra time. Chant mantra. Who is stopping it? Sleep early, wake up early, and finish. So now all the 16 hours are completed. Go to your job. Your mind is cool. Work for that. Get money. Engage in Krishna consciousness activities. You can do that. So there is no lamentation. So that is what Arjuna is talking about here. So recently I have seen a nice article. 82-year-old man. You have seen, right? 82-year-old man marrying an 18-year-old girl. Why she marries 82-year-old girl? For him, pleasure is required. Pleasure of opposite sex is required. But why the 18-year-old girl is not? So that he will die one day and he'll get the property. So this is what is happening in this world. So when you connect to Krishna, so there is a socket over here. If I on the switch and put my finger, what will happen? Current shock will come. But if there is no current, oh, where will it shock? There is Krishna from house, and parampara wire is coming. When you put that wire, you'll get a shock. Then you'll understand, oh, this is not the purpose of life. My purpose of life is to chant the holy names, become Krishna conscious. Oh Krishna, I'll be. You should hold that wire there. You should leave this wire. You should hold that wire. But what happened? Today we are holding this wire and leaving that wire. That is the problem. We are getting shocks, electrical shocks, but I am not ready to give it. You are getting the mercy, but you are not holding it. So we have to connect to the parampara. And Guru is a connection. That's why Krishna Arjuna is saying, tell me for certain, what shall I do? I am confused. If you don't understand your problem, if you don't think that you are helpless and you are hopeless and you know no other way, you cannot take shelter of Krishna. If you feel that I have a fever and now I need help of a doctor, then only you will go to doctor. Otherwise, why will you go to doctor? No, I don't have fear. I don't have a fever. I don't have fever. What will happen? Your fever will increase. So you have to go to the doctor, and what will the doctor give you? Prescription. Number one, number two, number three, number four, number five. What is first number one? Take the association of the devotees. Always attend Bhagavad Gita classes. Take one second. Third, chant the holy names. You have to take the medicine, right? Chant the holy names. Then this is a medicine to you. So this cures the disease. Serve the devotees. Go to the yatras and learn about Krishna. These are the prescription which the doctor gives. Now you have the prescription. Then what will you do? You have to go to medicine, medical hall, take it, and put it. Then only your fever will get reduced. Now you know all these things is available. As Madhuri said, implementation. You should implement all these things. Then you will see the change in you. All this karpanya dosha will go. Material desires will go out. When material desires go out, fear and lamentations will go out. Then what will left? What is left? A pure happiness, ananda. That's why all the shastras say you have to chant. There is no other way, and no other way. Yeah. Your wife gradually goes on, and you get fully not faith. But what says, come when he would have liked you. Light. No questions and nothing. You should just blind faith. Here, Rajana is asking questions. Clear, right? Rajana is asking questions. If you see other Saunakadi Rusulu, he questions are here. Our entire shastras are question and answer basis. Where can there be no questions? When you inquire only, you will get the question. Now you go to a doctor. I'm suffering. What should I do? You will ask question. You sit before the doctor. No question. Sit. Will the doctor do anything? Hey, what is your problem? No questions. So, you are a good doctor? Blind faith? Oh, I know you are working in a nice company. Yes, you will see. There are people like that. Sit like this before the doctor. What will the poor doctor do? First of all, you should understand that you are a patient might be not knowing it. Arjuna know his problem. He might not be knowing it. Doctor will decide. But at least, doctor, I have a problem. Please do something to me. What medicine should I do? Blind faith you cannot go. But you should use your intelligence, right? When the doctor says you have understood that you have a problem and doctor has given you a nice medicine, then you can go with the blind faith. And this medicine is going to work because doctor is authorized person. Till that time, you have to use your intelligence to go to a doctor. Similarly, use your intelligence to go to a guru. Don't blindly go to a guru. Use intelligence, guru. Surrender your intelligence there. Now use your intelligence. How can I follow the instruction of my guru? But don't use an intelligence that, Guru, you said like this. I heard in YouTube like that. Is it correct? Don't use intelligence to get the guru. Use intelligence to follow a guru. That faith is good. There is no blind faith. You have to have informed. You have to ask questions, inquire, get your answers thoroughly, implement it. There is no other way. So then he says, Krishna Arjuna says, I can find no means to drive away this grief, which is drying up my senses. I will not be able to dispel it, even if I win a prosperous, unrivaled kingdom on the earth with sovereignty, like the demigods in the heaven. So now what he's saying. So Arjuna's first question, I forgot to make. Arjuna's first question was on what is dharma. So he is asking dharma samuda cheta. So what is my dharma? So here dharma means what is right and what is wrong. Dharma has many meanings according to the context. Here the meaning is what is right and what is wrong. So Krishna gives three levels of answer. So we have three sections of Bhagavad Gita. 1 to 6, karma yoga. Second, bhakti yoga. Third, 6 is jnana yoga. So there are three levels. Krishna is answering the same question, what is dharma? The first question is based on who are we? First you have to understand who are we. First self-realized. The first six chapters gives you who are we, what you have to do. So whose are we? Whom do I belong to? The second, bhakti gives you your belongingness to the Supreme. So how do I belong to Krishna? How can I accept him? Third is, where are we right now? I have to go there. First, I have to understand where am I? What is my current position? So the last six gives you Jnana, where are you? So from here, how you should go to that place. So these are three levels. For the same one question, Dharma, entire Bhagavad Gita was revealed. So in this eighth question, he said, I can find no means to drive. So as we said, academic qualifications, knowledge, birth, these are not the qualifications. Of course, there are advantages. He said, I will not go to school. You have to go to school. Use that knowledge for the service of Krishna. That is good. Anyway, knowledge is not useful. I will not go to school. I will not go to job. I will not do all these things. This is not what Krishna wants. Use it for this. But if without Krishna, or having all these things, there is no value for those. That is what Arjuna is saying. So these are all immaterial for me. These are not going to give me any benefit. So Arjuna is giving here three levels of existence. So we have physical existence. Second, you have emotional existence. Third, you have a spiritual existence. Physical existence means roti, kapda, makan. These are required. You should have all those things. So physical needs are taken care. Second comes emotional care. Suppose you have all the things, roti, kapda, makan, money, all the things you have, but your relationship is not good. With boss is not good. With wife is not good. With family is not good. Can you be happy? No. You want love. That is emotional requirement. But physical requirement and emotional requirement, both they are required, they are material. It is what spiritual requirement is what is important. What is spiritual requirement? Redirecting the emotions to Krishna, towards Krishna and his devotees. That is what. Only Krishna and his devotees can solve my problem. You have to understand that. Only these representatives, no other way I can get my consciousness back. And when you have the spiritual need fulfilled, all the field needs will also be fulfilled automatically. Otherwise, fear, lamentation will come into picture. So who is a bona fide spiritual master? How can I identify a spiritual master? Guru. It is one who is 100% Krishna conscious. That's what Sthita Prajna you are talking about. So we'll not know about that. So who can solve all the problems? Only a Vaishnava. Vaishnavism is not a caste. Vaishnavism is a practice. Only a Vaishnava can solve the problems in no other way. We can get the. So economic development is temporary. Arjuna understood this. Economic development, karma, artha, kama, everything are all temporary. So moksha and bhakti, you have to look into picture. Only way to get the real happiness is reading Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. To control the mind requires intelligence. For that, Shastra is much more important. Hearing Bhagavad Gita, learning Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam controls your mind. Consult Krishna through his representatives. So whenever you take an action in spirituality, you have to consult your superiors. So I had a doubt of how I can progress in my spirituality, how can I do all these things. And I approached my senior and they suggested me, you do like this, it will show you some results. You have to follow. So you say, this I work like this, I cannot do it. So he will give you another. So always have a consultation with your spiritual leader. Then you will understand what should be done and what. Otherwise, immaturely, you will go into wrong directions. So Krishna respects Arjuna here. See, Krishna Krishna spoke, there is no instruction. He chastised. But never Krishna has given any, you should do like this, you should do like that. Till when? Till seventh shloka. Arpanya, I am a soul disciple, surrender unto you. Krishna respects our independence. So Krishna, we sometimes what we learn Bhagavad Gita and try to impose on that. You should not do this. I have not, I learned Krishna saying like this. You should not, you all have knowledge. But until the other person has a requirement of that knowledge, we should not give that knowledge. Other person should be ready and accepting. We are ready, not other people. I cannot tell this knowledge to others. Because you came so that you wanted some knowledge. That means you are ready for that knowledge. And I will give you that knowledge. It's not me, Krishna is giving that knowledge. So Krishna is giving independence. Similarly, when we know, we have to give independence to other people. Till they require our guidance, keep going. Otherwise, what will happen? నీ పన్ను చూసుకో తెలిసిన ఏం చేయాలి సో డోంట్ గివ్ మీ ఫ్రీ అడ్వైజెస్ సో డోంట్ మేక్ spirituality as a cheap thing. Understand their need. Then only according to that, if they ask you something question, make it spiritualized. How should I work in this office? Make a spiritual aspect. Be Chitta Prajna. So control your mind. If you control your mind, you can control your anger on your boss. When you are controlling anger on the boss, your life will be peaceful. Isn't it? So for that, what should I do? Chant mantra. Oh, you Krishna. So we should be intelligent. How we should connect the question into the conscious solution. But in the cases, Sanjaya said, having spoken thus, Arjuna chastises her enemies, told Krishna, Govinda, we shall not fight, and fell silent. Now he said, I am not going to fight. When Sanjay said this, Arjuna left his Gandiva. Arjuna is saying, I cannot fight. Who is the happiest person over here? When Sanjay is saying, who could be the happiest person? Dhritarashtra. Why? Arjuna is the most important person, key person we have to deal with. Now he's saying, I will not fight. Dhritarashtra would have been most happiest, but his happiness is short. Why? In this, see, if you see the sloka, it is said, Kudakesha Parantapa. He is surrendered to Krishna. Parantapa means he has taken shelter of Krishna. Today, now, okay, Sanjay is saying, now Arjuna is confused. No doubt. He's saying, we will not do that. But he has taken a nice decision that he has surrendered to Krishna. No sooner after this Bhagavad Gita is finished, Arjuna is going to fight and your sons are going to get lost. Dhritarashtra's happiness is short-lived. Sanjay. Sanjay is trying all the possible ways to make Dhritarashtra don't fight this war. You are not going to win this war. Please. Please. So three effects of surrender. When they take surrender, there are three things which we can see in our life. What are those three things? First, we get enlightened. Our knowledge increases. Second, freedom from lamentation. You will be happy when you are free from lamentation. Third is reinstatement in your own duty. You are going to do your duty in a most effective way. When you read Bhagavad Gita, you will become more competitive. Not with others, with yourself. Competition should be within ourselves. Am I doing more or not? Today, I'm doing 2 rounds. Why not I should do 4 rounds? Other people are doing 4. I will do 4. Okay, this is difficult, but I will try. 2, 2, 2, and I will go for yes, 4. Oh, why I should settle for 4? Why not 8? Okay, 8. Why not 16? You will reach to a place where you can chant 192 rounds. It is possible. Don't think that these are possible for exalted. Yes, of course, that's a different category. But even you can do that. The first round will make you do the other things and compete with yourself. That I let me this. What is stopping you? Who is stopping you from chanting the rounds? If you take a closer look, it's me who is stopping it. Nobody else. My wife is not stopping, not cooperating. My husband is not cooperating. My child is not allowing me to chant. I have a responsibility. My husband has to go out. These are all, yes, we have to do it. These are all reasons, but you can find time to be Krishna conscious. And more rounds. Come to a stage of 16 rounds. So this is our target. So we all should have target. Without target, we are not going to. So we officers will have targets, right? Bank we have marching targets. March I have a target. I have to discuss so many softwares. So when the target is coming, we are working. When you put a target, you will work. Where there is a will, there is a way. So put a target everywhere. Every exercise is coming. Review the 15 days. What am I lacking? What should I increase? Make a note. No need to show anybody. Make yourself a note. I need to improve on this. Your improvement will come. Do that. I have my book and I will write. I need to improve on this. I will do that. I will report my things to my seniors. I have chanted this. I have read this book. All these things. So these are books you have here. Mataji has brought in English. You all have these books. Take these books. So you have Bhagavatam Telugu. You can take these books. So this has gives you benefit to understand Bhagavatam. This what is the cost? 50 rupees. How much is cost? 50 rupees. You can read in 1 week. In your free time in the office, you can read this book complete in 1 week. Possible. What is talking? Nobody is talking. It's me. So in the last four descendant of Bharata, at that time, Krishna, smiling in the midst of the both the armies, spoke the following words to the grief-stricken Arjuna. Then Krishna starts speaking. The next sloka, Krishna's supreme person. Actual instructions of Krishna comes from 11th sloka. The real Bhagavad Gita starts from the instructions of Krishna. When does the instruction come? When does the instruction come? When you feel that you require knowledge, then only you will surrender. You feel that surrender, the urge will come. Only when you understand I am in deep trouble. And my all material things will not help me to achieve that. How many of you heard about Gajendra? Gajendra Moksha is the elephant. So the elephant was previously Indra Maharaj. Because of some fault, he becomes a Gajendra. Gajendra is king of the whole planet there. So he has so many wives, children, all the people. But once he stepped in the river for bathing, and the crocodile hold the leg. Now he's trying so hard to pull. So in the water, crocodile has more strength, right? Elephant will not have the strength. Elephant will have the strength on the outside. Crocodile is grading the strength. And Arjuna is thinking, sorry, Gajendra is thinking that if I do all these things, crocodile will become weak and I will come out. But instead of crocodile becoming weak, Gajendra is becoming weak. So all the people, the elephants, all this, what they're doing, they're simply watching the movie as if it is a Pushpa movie. They could not do anything. They want to do it, but they could not do it. Similarly, when we are on the deathbed, who is going to help us? Nobody. They say, oh my wife, oh my husband, oh my child. Nothing is going to work. They want to help you. Not that they are happy. They wanted to help you, but they cannot do anything. So similarly, we are all Gajendras. There are so many crocodiles. We are not seeing the crocodiles. So these crocodiles are holding our leg. Guru will come and show this is a crocodile. Let go. How should he let go? Gajendra lifted his trunk. What he could do? He offered one flower. But that flower is not important. The mood of giving the flower is more important. He felt helpless and hopeless. Then Vishnu came. Running. He did not see whether he is wearing the garments or not. My devotee is crying. Let me go. So when we feel that surrender, that urgency, Krishna in the form of Bhagavad Gita and Guru will come. No, you no need to go there anywhere. He will come running. The only thing you have to do is you have to develop that sincerity. This comes by hearing in association of the devotees, by hearing Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. This is a motto of Bhagavatam, and the chanting is a try. Lift one day, naturally the hand will lift. Krishna, please help me. This is what is love. Hare Krishna. Any questions? Any questions? So just I wanted to ask. So we are coming here to learn something, to implement. Just I want to ask you, what is that one thing which you want to take home and start implementing? You may fail. That's a different question. You try. But one thing which you have spiked you, which I need to implement. Can you please share one, Prabhuji? Yes. No problem. You can. We all know. It has been almost 6 months, right? Yeah. So shall we'll chant. We will take an oath that we will chant one day. So you have to chant regularly. So it's not that only on Sunday I will chant. Every day, take some time. Make it a resolution. So try to improve on that. Take your baby steps, no issues. But there is an urgency, but at the same time, your pace is well accepted. But take a vote today that I will chant. I cannot come to your home and see whether you are chanting or not. It's only your benefit. Nothing comes to me. So take that vow and chant the holy names. Read Bhagavad Gita. Just take small books. You have Bhagavatam, you are taking Bhagavatam today. Open the Bhagavatam and try to understand. So don't wait till Sunday. Sunday is to recharge. Monday to Saturday is to implement. Okay. So take this opportunity to read and understand Bhagavad Gita. So one small form which sorry, chapter one, small questions. No, I don't evaluate. I don't put any marks. But you see how we are progressing. We can sometimes people have fear to speak. Pen. మీరు కూడా తీసుకో. I will read. You can just mark. There's a pen. Yeah. So you can write your name. Just a small feedback on the chapter one. What is the mistake that Duryodhana made while assessing the army of the Pandava? He did not consider the weapons that Pandava carried. He underestimated the power of Bhima. He did not take Krishna into account as he is not fighting the war. He did not go to Bhishma first and go instead gone to Drona. What is the mistake Duryodhana made? Yes, that's all finish.